So for day 3 of Mental Health Week 2015, I am going to be talking about how to cope with postpartum depression. On day 1, I talked about the mental health and being a new parent. And one of the things that often comes up for people that are struggling with their mental health after having a new baby is postpartum depression or postpartum blues. And it actually happens quite a lot and quite often with a lot of women, and it's not always talked about really openly and honestly. So a few things that can be really helpful if you are struggling with postpartum depression or postpartum blues, or if you know of someone who is first to recognize that you've just been through a lot. You've just had a human being come out of your body, and your hormones and the chemicals in your body and like everything that your body has just been through, it has been really intense, and things are all out of whack and all akimbo, and hormones are everywhere, and chemicals are depleted, and different things are kind of happening in your body and in your mind and in your brain, and everything has just been so affected by this, and for some women more than others. So the first thing to know is that a lot of it is, physiological. And then the other thing, so just knowing that is really important, to know that this is kind of what's happening. Your body's just been through all of this, and so coping with it can be helpful when you are coping with it, just to remind yourself that this is not your fault, that you haven't done anything wrong, that this can be kind of part of the process after having a baby. The other thing about postpartum depression is it's important to rally your support network around you. They weren't joking when they said that it takes a village to raise a child, and it also takes a village to support mom after she's had that child. So reaching out to loved ones, calling people that you know are going to be there to support you and listen to you, getting out of the house, getting fresh air, is huge. I can't even emphasize that enough. Moving your body, going out for even, a 15-minute power walk, or, getting on like an exercise bike for a few minutes and just getting the oxygen flowing, getting things kind of moving through your body can do a huge number on your emotional well-being. It can really help, can really be beneficial. And even taking time to yourself if you're able to. I know not everyone is able to have a few minutes to themselves, especially single moms, or people with partners who are not around a lot or are working a lot. But if you are able to even have 15 minutes to yourself on a daily basis, to just take that time for you and do what you want, have a bath, read a book, go for a walk, go grocery shopping, go to the coffee shop around the corner and get yourself a coffee, whatever it is, if you are able to take a few minutes to yourself. Another thing is to just kind of let yourself be, and to kind of let go of expectations, if you're able to know that, especially in that first little while after a new baby is born, that it's okay to just do nothing other than keep this little human being alive, and that's okay. It's hard in that first little bit. You're sleep deprived, there can be issues, like I said before, with breastfeeding. Baby could have health issues. You could be healing after a more sort of complicated birth. There can be a lot of things happening, so just taking time for you as much as possible to just let yourself just be what you need to be in that moment with that baby, and put aside the other expectations, can be really huge. And also, I know you've heard it before, but I'm going to say it again, to try and sleep when baby's sleeping. Sleep deprivation can be the #1 cause of postpartum mental health struggles. So being able to sleep when you can, as much as you can, especially in that first little while when baby isn't sleeping much, or is sleeping a lot but not for long periods. So try some of those things if you are kind of struggling after baby is born, and also knowing again that is normal to struggle. I have yet to meet a woman who didn't struggle after their first child was born, and to know that you're not alone.